Have you ever wished you could see the future? What if I told you the US government might have already built a machine that can do just that? This isn't science fiction. This is the story of Project Looking Glass, a device allegedly capable of peering into future timelines. Today, we at Bizarre Bureau are diving deep into one of the most guarded secrets in modern history. Was this technology real? And if so, what did they see? Welcome back to Bizarre Bureau, where we uncover the mysteries the world tries to hide. Today's topic, Project Looking Glass, sounds like something straight out of a Hollywood blockbuster. The story begins with whispers from insiders and whistleblowers, people who claim to have worked on top-secret projects deep within the military-industrial complex. One of the most famous names associated with this is Bob Lazar, the physicist who claimed to have worked on reverse engineering alien technology at Area 51. Lazar mentioned a device he called the Looking Glass, which was supposedly derived from extraterrestrial technology. He described it as a machine that could bend space-time, allowing its operators to view probable future events. Imagine a crystal ball, but powered by advanced physics and alien know-how. He said the device used a powerful gravitational field to warp space-time, creating a window into different moments in time past and future. The information wasn't a definite, single future, but a sea of probabilities, like looking at all the possible paths a river could take. But Lazar wasn't the only one. Another key figure is Dan Burish, a microbiologist who also claimed to have worked on classified projects. Burish provided even more detail. He alleged that Project Looking Glass was operational and that he had personally used it. According to him, the device consisted of a series of electromagnetic coils and a barrel-like chamber. When activated, it would generate a field that could access what he called timelines. He claimed the technology was so powerful, it could not only see the future, but also potentially influence it. Think of it like seeing a storm on the horizon. You can't stop the storm, but you can prepare for it, maybe even change your course to avoid the worst of it. So, how did this supposed technology work? The explanations are, as you might expect, incredibly complex. At its core, it's said to be based on principles of quantum physics and Einstein's theories of relativity, but with a significant boost from alleged alien science. The idea is that time isn't a straight line. It's a complex branching web of possibilities. The Looking Glass device could supposedly tap into this web. By generating intense gravitational waves, it could resonate with specific points in space-time, bringing images and information from that point back to the present. The operators wouldn't see a high-definition movie of the future, but rather ghostly, distorted images and symbols that required interpretation. It was more like deciphering a dream than watching a news report. The implications of such a device are, frankly, staggering. If the government could see potential futures, they could anticipate stock market crashes, natural disasters, and acts of war. They could gain an unimaginable advantage over every other nation on Earth. This is where the story gets even darker. According to the whistleblowers, the operators of Project Looking Glass saw something terrifying. They saw a future catastrophe, a convergence of timelines leading to a global disaster around the year 2012. You remember 2012, right? The Mayan calendar, the doomsday predictions. Well, according to this theory, the panic wasn't just based on ancient prophecies. It was fueled by information leaked from Project Looking Glass. The insiders claimed that no matter which timeline they looked at, they all seemed to bottleneck into a single unavoidable cataclysmic event. This convergence was a point of no return. All possible futures led to the same disastrous outcome. The story goes that the project was eventually shut down because the operators became terrified of what they saw and realized they were powerless to change it. They had a window to the future, but all it showed them was a dead end. This leads to a fascinating paradox. If you can see the future, does the act of seeing it change it? This is known as the observer effect in quantum physics, but on a cosmic scale. Dan Burish claimed that the more they used the Looking Glass to look at the 2012 event, the more certain that event became. Their observation was locking it into place. It was like they were staring at a wave, and by staring, they were forcing it to crash. Realizing this, they allegedly dismantled the project. They decided that it was better to walk into the future blind than to accidentally pave the way for our own destruction. So what happened in 2012? Obviously, the world didn't end. So, were the whistleblowers wrong? Or did something else happen? Proponents of the theory have a few explanations. One is that the act of shutting down the looking glass was what saved us. By ceasing to observe the catastrophic future, we allowed other possibilities, other timelines, to emerge. We broke the bottlenecks simply by looking away. Another, more complex idea is that we did cross a threshold in 2012, but it was a shift in consciousness, not a physical cataclysm. We moved on to a more positive timeline without even realizing it. It's a mind-bending concept, but in the world of quantum possibilities, who's to say what's impossible? Of course, we have to approach this with a healthy dose of skepticism. There is no concrete physical proof that Project Looking Glass ever existed. We have the testimony of a few individuals whose stories are compelling but impossible to verify. The government, as you'd expect, denies everything. The official story is that these are just elaborate hoaxes or the fantasies of people seeking attention. Critics point out that the stories of Lazar and Birish have inconsistencies and that much of their evidence is anecdotal. They argue that it's just a modern myth, a conspiracy theory woven from a mix of real science, science fiction, and a deep-seated distrust of authority. But let's play devil's advocate for a moment. If a project this secret existed, this is exactly what its denial would look like. Its existence would be the most closely guarded secret in human history. Any leaks would be dismissed as fiction, and any whistleblowers would be discredited. The very lack of evidence could be, in a strange way, evidence of its success in staying hidden. Whether it's real or not, the story of Project Looking Glass touches on some of our deepest questions. Are we masters of our own destiny? Or are we just playing out a pre-written script? If you had the power to see the future, would you use it? And what would you do if you saw something you didn't like? The legend forces us to confront the immense responsibility that will come with such knowledge. Perhaps some doors are best left unopened. The tale of Looking Glass continues to evolve, with new theories and alleged details emerging on the internet all the time. It has become a cornerstone of modern ufology and conspiracy culture. It represents the ultimate secret, the key to time itself. A machine built in the shadows, powered by alien wisdom, that showed us our own doom and forced us to look away. What do you think? Is Project Looking Glass a fascinating piece of fiction? Or is there a kernel of truth to the stories? Could our future have been saved by the decision to stop looking at it? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We love diving into these mysteries with you. Thank you for joining us at the Bizarre Bureau for another journey into the unknown. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more strange and hidden stories, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss an update from the Bureau. Until next time, keep questioning and stay curious.